This week on West Side Stories, in the wake of a recent Grand Rapids fire that left 4 dead, the Grand Rapids Fire Department is working with the public to make sure this type of tragedy never happens again.
Plus, Grand Valley State University has launched a new program that takes the term Laker for a Lifetime to a new level.
And the Grand Rapids Boat Show is back for its 75th year. We take you inside the Devos place and help you get into a warm weather mindset. Those stories and more next on West Side Stories.
West Side Stories is produced by students from the Multimedia Journalism program at Grand Valley State University. Support also comes from the School of Communications, inspiring thought, perfecting practice.
Welcome to West Side Stories. I'm Preston Donikoski.
And I'm Anna Olszewski.
Grand Valley State University has launched a new program aimed at working adults in Michigan. Here's reporter Christopher Cooper with more on the LEADS program.
Thank you for taking this bold step. Congratulations. And this is what real leadership that improves people's lives looks like. So thank you and congratulations.
Governor Whitmer visited Grand Valley State University on February 12th. Whitmer joined President Mantella to announce a new online accelerated degree program called LEADS. LEADS stands for Lifelong Educational Attainment for Diverse Students.
Today, we're announcing degrees and certificates for the 2 million working Michiganders who have some college credit but had to leave school before earning a bachelor's degree. These busy adults are looking for realistic, affordable, high-quality offerings to advance their careers and to complete their journey. That is why we've developed accelerated online degree programs that will support them.
The program aims to educate students in high-demand job fields in Michigan. Executive Director for the Center for Adults and Continuing Studies, Simone Unitas, says the program format is what makes it unique.
Kind of revamped a little bit of the format, so now that it's offered in 6-week sessions, as well as included the possibility for a student to complete a certificate that is in demand. For example, data analytics. It's applied data analytics, global communications, leadership, or project management certificate.
Unitas says an advantage of 6-week sessions is that students can enter the program when it best fits their schedule. The LEADS program takes 19 months to complete and requires only 2 in-person visits. The rest is online. The program is also open to adults all across Michigan.
What it does is it highlights Grand Valley's commitment to the adult learner. I think Grand Valley has always been interested in serving the adult learner, yet we've done it on a smaller scale. So now, by offering it predominantly in an online format, individuals from across the state can access the quality education that's offered through Grand Valley.
Registration for the program begins March 16th. Unitas says people like Dustin Steck are already applying. Steck dropped out of college to support a family at 19 years old. 12 years later, with the online format, he believes he can finish his degree.
I thought it was wise to finish my degree here, and I came across this program, and being an online format for a working adult, I figured I can, spend a few nights a week, advancing my career and, making the accomplishment of obtaining my bachelor's degree.
With the announcement of the new program, GVSU's website got a new design. GVSU officials say they hope students will use the website to find out more about LEADS and see if the program is right for them.
In Grand Rapids, I'm Christopher Cooper.
On February 5th, a devastating house fire in a Grand Rapids neighborhood resulted in 4 tragic deaths. Fire officials say the family did not have working smoke alarms in their house.
The Grand Rapids Fire Department offers a free residential safety program to help prevent tragedies just like this one. In our next story, we show you how the program works and how you can take advantage of it.
This is just a reminder that we're coming out tomorrow between 1:30 and 4 to install both your carbon monoxide and smoke alarms.
The Residential Safety Program was initiated about 7 years ago. The program installs smoke detectors in Grand Rapids homes for free. The program came about after a survey showed many area homes didn't have enough smoke detectors. Some had none. Fire officials said they had to do something.
So we write a grant to FEMA every year to provide smoke alarms to homeowners in Grand Rapids, absolutely free of charge.
Curtis says bringing attention to this program can help prevent tragedies like the one on February 5th.
One of the main reasons why this is so important, we lost a family with 3 kids and a mother, even with the pets in the home, because they had, again, no smoke alarms at all in their home. This can be totally avoided with this kind of program.
The tragedy inspired other residents to take advantage of the program.
Since that fire, again, we have upticks and downticks depending on, again, how, because it's all a voluntary program. But since that fire, in 1 week, we had over 100 calls. Typically, we have 5 calls a day. So people started finally getting out the message that this is extremely important to have in their home. People tend to forget this.
Curtis says that as the number of homes participating in the program goes up, so does the chance of preventing another fire. So the residential safety program is on a roll.
We've been in over 10,000 homes within the city of Grand Rapids. We're approaching 64,000 smoke alarm installations.
The residential safety program starts like this. First, the smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors are installed.
We put the smoke alarms in every single bedroom, hallway, main floor, basement, so that most homes get 6 to 8. And then we put carbon monoxide on all the levels of the home, so up to 3.
Smoke detectors, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
One is, do you have...
After that, a home assessment takes place.
So we go through the home to see if there's any potential fire hazards within the home and address those with the homeowner, such as if things that are flammable are too close to heat sources, such as stoves, furnaces, water heaters, etc.
Grand Rapids firefighters are the ones installing the smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Smith says it's gratifying to know that they're saving lives proactively.
So we do know that our smoke alarms have alerted at least 24 people to an incident within their home that really did make a big difference in their lives because they're still here to talk about it.
The Grand Rapids Fire Department encourages people to practice safe fire safety habits in their home, on the streets, or on the road. They want residents to take advantage of this free program, a program that saves lives.
And so if people aren't taking the time to do this free, install, that we would cherish the moment to come out and help. It just kind of confuses us when they don't take advantage of that opportunity. So it makes everybody's life a lot easier for you as a homeowner and for us as firefighters in responding to your emergency.
The firefighters see it as their duty to help out the Grand Rapids community.
We love our community and we love our citizens, and we're out there every day doing the job that we need to do to make them safe.
Talking with these firefighters inspired me to check my own home for fire hazards and test my smoke alarms, something you may want to do as well. The Grand Rapids Fire Department recommends testing your smoke alarms at least once a month. To set up an appointment for your own residential safety check, call 311.
The boat show is back in Grand Rapids for their 75th annual show. Reporter Michelle Ruiz takes a look at what's new this year.
So I'm Gizmo. I'm here in my pirate's outfit because I'm here at the boat show in Grand Rapids.
It's like a event everyone plans on, kind of like birthdays and holidays. The boat show is one of those.
Thousands of people gathered at the Devos place to see this year's Grand Rapids Boat Show. Show manager Ben Nielsen says that the show keeps getting bigger and better.
Boat show chaos.
So over 450 boats inside of the show this year, all new models. So we're looking at all the latest and greatest features, all the latest, conveniences that are on boats are going to be available this year. Really something for everybody to check out.
At the 75th annual boat show, there are 5 acres of power boats for showgoers to enjoy. Both enthusiasts can enjoy a wide variety of S-motor yachts, pontoon boats, fishing boats, and skiing and wakeboard inboards.
You don't have a lot going on in the wintertime, quite frankly, and so getting out of the house and coming down here and, smelling the wax on the boat, smelling how new everything is, it kind of reminds you of summertime.
I'm getting ready for the summer, too. Got to go get my snorkel and mask for later.
That new boat smell has brought hundreds of potential buyers to the show. As far as boat dealers like Drew Morris are concerned, boating season has already begun.
A good season, certainly, people will start getting their boats ready right now.
Morris and other boat representatives we talked to said boat sales are already up this year. Maybe a sign of good economy, or maybe a sign of some good deals at the show.
If you're wanting to get that new boat and have it for summertime, you really want to go ahead and purchase that boat this time of year at a boat show.
Show manager Ben Nielsen said that getting the family involved is essential when deciding what kind of boat to buy.
It'd be hard to go against a pontoon boat when it comes to the family. So, obviously they've got so many different models, so many different layouts and configurations. Just like everybody's family, we're all a little bit different, and so there's going to be a pontoon boat here that really fits your style.
According to Showspan, the strong demand for pontoon boats is driving new designs, features, and cruising abilities.
Pontoon boats have really become the thing, and they've made a ton of changes to those boats as well. So, the first time I was out on the lake fishing myself and I saw a pontoon boat go by me at 75 miles an hour, I kind of thought, what in the world? That is just not normal. They're not supposed to go that fast, but they've changed a lot.
Some of these premium pontoons come with a premium price, but Cash Groover says that there are good boat deals here if you know where to look.
Families of all sorts from all over the areas can get out into a boat at an affordable price and not break the bank.
Groover says finding a boat that fits your budget is made easier at the boat show because of all the choices you have.
It kind of gets you out in the water, and you get to really figure out what you like and what you don't like, and then you can kind of make your way into different styles of boats.
Along with all these new boats, you'll find a bunch of folks check out a few old ones mixed in. Really old boats, like antique boats. Just ask Robert Shapton. He's a member of the Antique and Classic Boat Society.
It's a great family hobby, too, because I involve my children in this hobby. My wife loves boating, and so we spend a lot of time up north on we have a big Chris Craft up there, 1942, and so the kids use this big boat like a fort on the water, and they sleep on it, they read on it, so it's a really great center for our family to be on the water.
Shapton owns the company Michigan Boat and Engine and works closely with the restoration process. His chapter of the Antique and Classic Boat Society, Water Wonderland, is the 5th largest in the country.
We focus on preserving these old watercraft to rebuild them and share them with the community.
Shapton says that the best time to work on these restoration projects is during the cold months.
You build them in the winter, and then you enjoy them in the summer.
New members of the club, Dave and Amy Drew, recently finished their first restoration.
I'm going to enjoy this boat for a while.
We're going to enjoy this one for a while.
Many of these antique boats have roots here in Michigan.
The really fine manufacturers were from Michigan. Garwood, Hacker, Chris Craft, and Century are all built right here in Michigan.
The Water Wonderland chapter of the Antique and Classic Boat Society has programs for the youth. Scott Reese, director of the Water Wonderland chapter, says that one of the programs they offer is the construction of a small boat.
This program started approximately 8 years ago with the idea of getting younger children more involved in the boating hobby, if you will.
The project provides materials in a boat plan to a child assisted by an adult.
The way that this is designed is that if you put a small motor on it, really any kid can operate it.
Jeff and Joshua Carpenter built a boat last year and enjoyed the experience. They liked that they could add their own touch.
What was the most interesting part working on it?
I think designing the wrap and getting to choose and make it personalized how I would want it.
The program is available for all adults and children interested in constructing a boat.
It's my grandson Brody, so we're doing it. So it's our turn. So I'll tell you what, Brody, we gotta go 7 1/4.
Through the program, parents are able to share their love for their hobby with their kids.
The idea is to promote boating for the next generation, so that's the process.
Mr. Carpenter says that the lime green color in the flames were Joshua's personal touch.
Really, it was his project, not mine.
The boat show also focused on water safety. Traveling skiing squirrel, Twiggy, made an appearance at the show.
This is Twiglet, and the other one that was on my shoulder, that was Hollywood. But we've had Pockets. Pockets was the most famous. That was our best squirrel. He was like, you could do whatever you want. We could take him running outside, and he would just follow us everywhere. My parents started this in 1979. And we just basically been traveling around doing shows promoting water safety.
Beth says Twiggy doesn't travel alone. Bess added his dog Roxy to serve as Twiggy's lifeguard on the road. Twiggy has been all over the globe and started in many commercials and films.
We've been all over the U.S. and Canada. We used to travel as far as overseas.
Bess says his family has been doing squirrel rescues since 1979. It was something he was born into, but the skiing aspect all began as a bet.
My dad bought a remote control boat for my oldest sister, and he was playing with it out on the river because my dad, we always go onto the river going skiing and stuff. And a friend of his came up to him and says, "You didn't buy that boat for your daughter, you bought it for yourself." And my dad's like, "No, I'm learning how to drive the boat so I can teach my pet squirrel how to water ski."
Water sports like skiing isn't the only sport featured at the boat show. Gabriel Slominski, salesman for 37 North, says that the audience for paddle sports is growing.
Kayaks and stand-up paddle boards has changed the way that paddle sports, was looked at.
Slominski says paddle sports are a nice change of pace.
Instead of always getting out and running a boat or something with a motor, this is like your fisherman, your weekend paddler, or somebody that's going to take part in a water adventure that isn't going to involve a motor.
While kayaking can be an individual activity, Slominski believes that kayaking is a family activity.
If you've got a family of 4, we think you're going to stay a happy family of 4 if you have 4 kayaks.
The boat show has hundreds of boats on display, whether it's the latest boats or a return to the classics.
In Grand Rapids, I'm Michelle Ruiz.
Have you grown tired of doing the usual Valentine's Day activities? Reporter Hannah Swain explored some alternative ways to spend the love-filled holiday that you and your Valentine can try next year.
Valentine's Day. A time for people to celebrate one another while love is in the air. Did you and your Valentine check off all the traditional boxes? A candlelit dinner, roses as a gift, and maybe a box of chocolates? While some enjoy these usual celebrations, others found unique ways to commemorate their holiday. Whether you're looking to be outside in the snow, inside baking cookies, or even learning a new skill, these annual celebrations take a new spin on honoring the day dedicated to love.
I made sure we have lots to drink.
Cookie Chicks, a gourmet cookie bakery, hosted a Galentine's Day party for ladies to celebrate one another. This event in Comstock Park was put on to ensure non-romantic relationships get recognition as well. Friends and family were provided snacks to eat and Valentine's-themed wine prior to the main course, cookies. Owner Holly Del Rosario wanted a place for ladies to celebrate each other. She provided heart-shaped cookies to decorate and strawberries to cover in chocolate. Del Rosario gave tips and tricks for the process of decorating, but wanted everyone to relax and have fun with decorating their Valentine's Day cookies. For a holiday normally dedicated to acknowledging significant others, Cookie Chicks offered something new, a time to recognize your gals. Some even celebrated not only with their friends, but their family as well.
And have a girls' night, and we had some drinks and got to spend time with our family.
Each participant decorated 10 cookies that went home with them at the end of the night. Though the cookies were delicious, the ladies came together that night to celebrate their gals. Cookie Chicks and Del Rosario plan to make Galentine's Day an annual tradition to celebrate the love ladies have for one another. Sacred Springs, a kombucha brewery in downtown Grand Rapids, also hosted a unique Valentine's Day event called Brewed with Love. Couples paid $75 for a class with Jeff Lambden, owner of Sacred Springs. Lambden taught couples the basics of kombucha brewing and proper care. The class squeezed into the brewery's tap room to witness how kombucha is made. Kombucha was sampled to see how their brews should look and taste. Each couple took home the ingredients and instructions to brew their own batch of kombucha. Ingredients include a SCOBY, the living home for the bacteria and yeast necessary to make kombucha. Lambden showed how to use the SCOBY in the kombucha brewing process. Lambden also emphasized his use of sound infusion to brew kombucha, a somewhat mystical process that some naturalists swear by. Sacred Springs hopes that the class offered a special opportunity for people to celebrate Valentine's Day, and that each at-home batch is brewed with love. The Blandford Nature Center, a nonprofit organization in Grand Rapids, is normally a place to learn about wildlife and the nature that surrounds these animals. But for Valentine's Day, it was a place to snowshoe with your sweetie.
We've all heard of, going out for dinner and a movie or something on Valentine's Day, but love comes in so many forms, and people like to do different things to show that love and appreciation for each other.
The center put on the romantic night hike for nature lovers to celebrate the holiday. Blandford provided snowshoes for couples to use, and hikers were told to waddle like a penguin through the snow. The hike was a long one, almost a mile. The hike welcomed all levels of experience. Couples were also given the option to guide themselves for an even more romantic opportunity. The trail was candlelit to add some traditional Valentine's Day aspects. Those following the guided tour were shown spots to stop and listen for owls accompanying their hike.
This program almost always sells out, and we had quite the backlog for folks who were hoping to get in, and we're hoping that we can make a little more space for them next year with more events, more possibilities to go out on hikes.
Hikers were invited to end their celebration around a fire or head inside the center's historic schoolhouse to enjoy some wine and candy to top off their night.
Wanting to plan ahead for next year's holiday? Check out some of these locations to find an alternative way to spend Valentine's Day. Sending lots of love from Grand Rapids, I'm Hannah Swain.
Both Sacred Springs and the Blandford Nature Center offer additional classes to learn about kombucha brewing or environmental education. For more information, visit their website.
In our next story, we take a look at how Grand Valley State University is using on-campus events such as Sibs Kids Weekend to not only provide entertainment for current Lakers and their families, but attract potential students to the university. Katie Myers with more on the story.
GVSU students shared a special tradition with family members this past weekend. Kids in Sibs Weekend brings families together for all kinds of fun. There's trivia, painting, rock climbing, and more.
There's just been a lot of parts of campus she hasn't been able to see, so showing her around and being like, this is where I go eat, and just showing her everything we do. It's really fun.
This annual event has the goal to connect students with their siblings and other important kids in their life by hosting events catered to kids throughout the weekend. Both students and their siblings alike said that this weekend allowed for them to spend some much-needed quality time together.
It gets them away from our parents, but also just to see campus and see everything we do at Grand Valley. Definitely sibling weekend brings us together more, especially being away at college because we don't really see each other that much, so it's nice to be together for a weekend.
While the weekend was a great opportunity for siblings to reconnect and make some memories, siblings will still be siblings.
Oh yeah, no, it's super fun. The sleeping situation's rough, but the rest is good.
Spending a weekend in close quarters with your sibling can present some issues, but the Lakers and their siblings seem to make the best of it.
The bullying.
Yeah, probably the arguments are actually kind of fun, but
The weekend was put on by the Campus Activities Board. Many board members have been a part of the organization since their freshman year, and putting on this very special event is their favorite.
I think it's really fun to see how excited all of the kids are to come and be on the big kid campus hanging out with their siblings. It's always really cute. Everyone's really excited, and the community, Grand Valley community, comes together really well to support and make sure the kids have a good time.
Having events that appeal to all ages is something that the board members felt was really important this year. They made changes to their events from previous years in order to attract kids that were older or high school aged.
The Friday night, we did have student orgs come out, and they passed out flyers about their student org, so it gets them more involved just with the Grand Valley campus, but also you get to look at the Grand Valley campus as a whole and get a college experience from someone who is already here.
Siblings shared that just seeing the campus with their sibling made them want to become a Laker. GVSU continues to find new ways to reach high school students, especially with the current decline in enrollment rates. The idea is to encourage high schoolers to come to Grand Valley to follow in the footsteps of their brothers and sisters.
You get a feel when you're on campus, so whether it's through Sibs Kids Weekend or summer conferences or workshops that faculty host or athletic camps, it's all a very valuable way at a young age even for prospective students to get on campus and experience what college life might be like.
According to National Student Clearinghouse Research Center, U.S. enrollment rates have been on the decline for the past 8 years. Just in the past year, national enrollment rates have declined by almost 2%. Unfortunately, these trends are not predicted to change until year 2030. The state of Michigan ranks number 4 in the largest enrollment decrease by number of students. But GVSU is currently working to combat these odds.
Having a chance to walk with a student, hear their stories, how they utilize resources, the connections they've made on campus, I think it's vital. It's really probably the most important aspect of the visit, because to walk it and to see it and to see it in action and to hear from someone who's experiencing it right now is really very valuable to families.
Through various events like Sibs Kids Weekend, GVSU is hoping to beat the trend of the declining college enrollment. In Allendale, Katie Myers.
And that's all the time we have for today. I'm Preston Nikuski.
And I'm Anna Olszewski. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
West Side Stories is produced by students from the Multimedia Journalism program at Grand Valley State University. Support also comes from the School of Communications, inspiring thought, perfecting practice.